Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because the San Francisco 49ers are facing some pretty serious challenges on the wide receiver front. As we all know, the team's depth at that position has been tested like never before this season, and recent developments are raising eyebrows across the NFL community. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a potentially pivotal moment for the 49ers' offensive strategy and their quest for back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. So let's dive into what's really happening behind the scenes, what it means for the team, and what the front office might be doing to navigate these stormy waters. First, let's talk about Jennings, a veteran receiver who's been a reliable presence for the 49ers over the past few seasons. It was reported just recently that Jennings re-aggravated a calf injury that he's been battling since OTAs. Now, if you're a 49ers fan, you know that injuries in the wide receiver room have been a recurring theme this year, and this latest setback only adds to the complexity of the team's current roster situation. The news isn't great. Jennings is now sidelined indefinitely, with no clear timetable for his return. That's a big blow, especially considering how important he has been in key moments, providing depth and versatility when called upon. But it doesn't stop there. Brandon Ayuk, another vital piece of the receiving core, is already on the physically unable to perform PUP list, working his way back from a serious ACL and MCL injury. The absence of both Jennings and Ayuk leaves the 49ers in a pretty precarious position, especially considering the ongoing transition after trading away Deebo Samuel earlier this offseason. That trade marked the end of an era, and now, the team's receiving options are thinner than ever. It's a tricky situation, and the coaching staff has had to adapt on the fly, trying to fill the void with younger players like Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, both of whom have shown flashes, but are also dealing with injuries themselves. Now, just imagine what this means for the upcoming games. The 49ers are known for their strategic use of versatile receivers, but with Ayuk on the PUP list and Jennings sidelined, the depth chart is looking pretty bare, and that's not what you want when facing tough NFC West opponents. Remember, this is the first season after the departure of Deebo Samuel, who was such a dynamic presence in the offense. The team has been trying to find its rhythm, and injuries are complicating the process. Pearsall did return to practice recently, which is a positive sign, but the overall situation remains fragile. The coaching staff will need to get creative, perhaps relying more heavily on their tight ends or running backs in the passing game, but that's not a sustainable long-term solution. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YUTB algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let us continue with the big reveal. What's really intriguing about all this is the potential for the 49ers to shake things up through the trade market. With so many top receivers either injured or traded away, the front office might be looking for external options to bolster the squad. And one name that's been floating around as a possible target is Metchie III from the Houston Texans. Now, Metchie is an interesting story, drafted 44th overall in 2022, but his NFL career has been anything but smooth so far. He missed his entire rookie season battling leukemia, which is an incredibly tough obstacle for any athlete. But he made a comeback in 2023, playing in all 16 games for Houston, catching 16 passes for 158 yards. Last season, he had 24 receptions for 254 yards and a touchdown across 13 games. The thing about Metchie is that he's entering his fourth season, and right now, Houston's wide receiver room is pretty crowded. They have veterans like Nico Collins and Christian Kirk, and they've added rookies Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel through the draft. Plus, Tank Dell, who was impressive last year, is currently recovering from a knee injury. So, it's clear that Houston might be willing to part ways with Metchie, especially considering that 2025 will be a contract year for him. The Texans could see this as an opportunity to recoup some draft capital, maybe a late-round pick, for a young receiver who has potential, but just needs a fresh start to really showcase his abilities. From the 49ers' perspective, adding Metchie could be a low-risk, high-reward move. The team needs healthy, reliable receivers, and although Metchie hasn't yet proven to be a superstar, his story and talent make him an intriguing option. San Francisco has been known for their smart, strategic acquisitions, especially when it comes to depth players who can step up in a pinch. And given their current injury situation, it makes sense that the front office might be exploring this route. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off if Metchie finds his rhythm in the Bay Area. Looking at the bigger picture, what does all this mean for the 49ers season? Well, it's a test of resilience and adaptability. The team's offensive scheme has always relied on a mix of dynamic playmakers, but with key injuries, the focus has to shift. The emergence of young players like Pearsall and Cowing could be pivotal, but they need consistent health and opportunities to develop. The coaching staff, led by head coach Kyle Shanahan, has always been excellent at designing schemes that maximize their personnel. But the current situation demands even more creativity. The defense has been stellar, as usual, but the offense needs to find new ways to produce points and keep defenses honest. That's where a potential acquisition like Metchie could come into play, offering a fresh set of hands, a different route-running style, and the kind of youthful energy that can spark a stagnant offense. It's also worth noting that the trade market often heats up as the season progresses, especially as teams realize they're in a playoff race and need that extra push. The 49ers, with their championship aspirations, are likely monitoring every move, every trade, and every injury update to stay ahead of the curve. Now, looking at the broader context of this season, the NFC West has been fiercely competitive. The Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams, and Arizona Cardinals are all fighting to establish their dominance, but the 49ers have set high expectations for themselves. With Brock Purdy leading the offense, there's a lot of optimism, but the wide receiver core needs to stay healthy for that offense to reach its full potential. Purdy has shown he can produce under pressure, but even the best quarterbacks need reliable targets. So, the team's ability to adapt quickly, whether through internal development or strategic trades, will be crucial in the coming weeks. In terms of statistics, the 49ers' offense has historically been one of the most efficient, especially under Shanahan's system, which emphasizes quick passes, play action, and versatile receiving options. Last season, the team ranked among the top in points scored and yards gained, but injuries have the potential to derail that momentum. It's an ongoing challenge, but one that the 49ers have faced successfully in the past. Remember, they've been to multiple NFC championship games in recent years, a testament to their resilience and coaching excellence. As we look ahead, the 49ers will need to monitor the health of their receivers closely. Jennings' injury setback is a blow, but it also opens up opportunities for younger players to step up. The emergence of Pearsall and Cowing, along with the possible addition of someone like Metchie, could redefine the team's offensive identity. And let's not forget how important the tight end position is in Shanahan's offense. Players like George Kittle continue to be focal points, but they also need reliable targets on the outside. For fans, this period is both nerve-wracking and exciting. The team's depth is being tested, but it's also a chance for the next man up to prove himself on the big stage. The 49ers' front office has always been strategic, and their ability to adapt to adversity has been a hallmark of their recent success. Whether it's through internal development, injury management, or shrewd trades, the team is going to need to stay one step ahead if they want to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive. Looking back at the franchise's history, the 49ers have always been a team that rises above adversity, whether it's overcoming injuries or tough opponents. The current situation isn't any different. It's a test of character, resilience, and strategic thinking. Fans can take comfort in knowing that Shanahan and his coaching staff are some of the best at making adjustments on the fly, But they'll also be hoping for some good news soon, maybe a healthy return from Ayuk or Jennings, or even an unexpected breakout from one of the young receivers. In conclusion, the 49ers are at a crossroads, facing a season filled with challenges, but also opportunities. The injury setbacks in the wide receiver room have thrown a wrench into their plans, but that's also opened the door for new players and potential trades. The possible acquisition of someone like Metchie III represents not just a strategic move for this season, but also an investment in the team's future. It's a testament to how much this team values depth, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. As the weeks unfold, all eyes will be on how the 49ers adapt, whether they can overcome these hurdles, and how they continue to chase that elusive second Super Bowl trophy. Fans, stay tuned, because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting and unpredictable in recent memory, and the 49ers are certainly a team to watch.